Doctors are meant to heal, to save lives. But what happens when the one wearing the white coat is driven not by compassion, but by a fascination with death? Meet Dr. Michael Swango, the doctor whose obsession with murder turned hospitals into hunting grounds. This is the chilling story of the Doctor of Death. A troubled start. Michael Swango was born on October 21, 1954, in Tacoma, Washington, and raised in Quincy, Illinois. From a young age, he exhibited a peculiar fascination with death. While other children were interested in toys or sports, Swango collected gruesome images of car crashes and violent crimes, filling scrapbooks with macabre scenes. His obsession would only deepen as he grew older. In college, Swango majored in chemistry and wrote his senior thesis on the poisoning death of Bulgarian writer Georgy Markov. Poisons became his fixation, a fascination he would carry into his medical career. Swango's fixation with poisons was more than academic, it became a dangerous obsession. As he transitioned into medical school, his classmates noticed his alarming lack of empathy. He would often discuss death with an unsettling enthusiasm, and there were whispered rumors about patients mysteriously deteriorating in his care. Though suspicions arose, his charm and intellect often overshadowed concerns. Little did anyone know, Swango was on a path that would transform his fascination with death into a horrifying reality, leaving a trail of suffering and unanswered questions. Red flags in medical school. Swango enrolled in medical school at Southern Illinois University, where his peers began to notice something was off. During his third year, at least 5 patients died shortly after being seen by him. Classmates gave him the chilling nickname 00, referencing James Bond's License to Kill. At the same time, Swango took a job as an ambulance driver but was barred from patient contact for reasons that remain unclear. Despite these warnings, Swango graduated, though not without controversy. He failed his final 8 weeks of medical school, but managed to lawyer his way into receiving his degree a year later. Even before officially entering the medical field, Swango's reputation as a suspicious figure was solidifying. Faculty members and classmates often expressed unease, citing his cold demeanor and fascination with patient deaths. However, the culture of leniency in medical education allowed Swango to slip through the cracks. These early warning signs were ignored or overlooked, paving the way for a career marked by negligence and tragedy, and raising questions about accountability within the system. The killing begins. After graduating, Swango started his internship at a hospital in Ohio. It didn't take long for patients to start dying under mysterious circumstances. Healthy individuals on Swango's wing suddenly fell ill, and one survivor reported that Swango had injected her with medication just before she began seizing. Even his coworkers weren't safe. Swango frequently brought in food like fried chicken and donuts, which caused violent illnesses among those who ate it. Tests later revealed traces of poison, but no concrete evidence tied Swango directly to the crimes. What made Swango especially dangerous was his ability to evade accountability. Hospital administrators hesitated to confront him, fearing lawsuits or reputational damage. This reluctance allowed Swango to operate in plain sight, leaving behind a trail of suspicion but no formal charges. Meanwhile, coworkers and patients grew increasingly fearful, yet their concerns were often dismissed as paranoia. Swango's growing confidence and the system's inability to act created the perfect storm, enabling him to continue his deadly practices with little resistance. Arrest and prison. In 1985, Swango's sinister activities caught up with him. After poisoning his coworkers at an ambulance company, he was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Though his medical license was revoked, this was far from the end of his deadly career. After serving just 2 years, Swango was released. Most would assume his criminal record would prevent him from ever practicing medicine again, but Swango had other plans. Swango's release exposed glaring flaws in the system. Despite his criminal record and revoked medical license, he leveraged forged documents and fake references to gain employment in hospitals. This audacious manipulation of the system allowed him to exploit gaps in background checks and institutional accountability. Swango's charm and intelligence masked his dark intentions, enabling him to continue a career that would claim even more innocent lives. His story serves as a chilling reminder of how determined individuals can navigate weak regulatory frameworks to commit unthinkable acts. Lies, death, and deception. Swango forged documents to hide his criminal past and managed to secure medical positions in various hospitals. In 1992, he began a residency in internal medicine in South Dakota. But wherever Swango went, mysterious deaths followed. Patients who were expected to recover suddenly died, and coworkers began noticing his odd behavior. When a background check revealed Swango's history, he was asked to resign. But this didn't stop him. Escaping to Africa. After being exposed in the US, Swango fled to Zimbabwe in the mid-1990s, where he found work as a doctor. Once again, patients began dying under mysterious circumstances. Authorities eventually discovered a stockpile of poisons in his home, but before they could arrest him, Swango fled. Capture and justice. In 1997, Swango attempted to fly to Saudi Arabia, but was apprehended by US immigration officials. Charged with fraud, he was sentenced to prison. However, investigators weren't done with him yet. In 2000, Swango was charged with multiple counts of murder, facing the possibility of extradition to Zimbabwe, where he could face the death penalty. Swango pled guilty in exchange for a life sentence. Today, Michael Swango resides at the ADX Supermax Federal Prison in Colorado, serving 3 consecutive life sentences for his crimes. Lessons from the past. Swango's case is a chilling reminder of the importance of vigilance in the medical field. His ability to evade justice for so long highlights the flaws in the systems meant to protect us. While Swango's reign of terror is over, the scars he left behind remain. Michael Swango's story isn't just about one man's crimes, it's about the systems that allowed him to continue. May his victims never be forgotten. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's darkest figures. Together, we can learn from the past to build a safer future.